Hi everyone, Mikey Brown, Guild President here with a bit of an update about today's all-student meeting. We had lots of people attend and it was really great to be able to talk about some really important issues, things that are important locally to students here about their education, but also to do with things going on locally that are about bigger issues. So it was great to see everyone coming along and expressing their views and making sure that the Guild is doing the right things and sticking up for students' interests. The first item on the agenda was about the Uyghur people in Western China and about the Guild making a statement of solidarity with the Uyghur people against the genocide going on in Western China. And there was a good debate had about what potentially the Guild has power to do as a charity and what the Guild is allowed to do as a charity to support that cause. And so there was a question over to how much the Guild is able to put its resources into external campaigning, because as a charity the Guild's required to use its resources to benefit the students of Birmingham, so we can do lots of things internally about the university and any links they have, and obviously make things known through things like the University of Birmingham China Institute and things like that. So that's one of the topics that will be going forward to the all-student vote later this month. Then we moved on to talk about the definition of Islamophobia that the Guild uses. So another motion that was put forward through members of Islamic Society. There were some concerns raised that the all-party parliamentary group on Islamophobia's definition of Islamophobia was too narrow, and it wouldn't include forms of Islamophobia such as the increased securitisation of mosques and prayer places for Muslims, and there was concern about whether that had been properly consulted on with the Muslim community here in Birmingham. So it was really good to have a discussion on that, and I think there was a strong consensus in the room that was something that the Guild should do more to engage on this year and make sure that the definition that the Guild uses in its policies really stacks up with the views and the needs of the Muslim community here in Birmingham. And again, that's something that will go to an all-student vote later in the month. We moved on then to talk about remote learning in semester 2. This was a motion submitted by an international student, and it was really important for that student that students would have the option of studying online in semester 2. So people may be aware, obviously, that the COVID situation is a developing one in the UK right now, and that's exacerbated by the Omicron variant. So there was lots of discussion about whether students should have the automatic right to study online in view of what might happen in terms of additional restrictions and difficulties of travelling and finding a place to live. And I was able to report back a little bit on what the university has said on this. So they had written to international students and agreed that you know, if there was a reason why someone couldn't come back, they would have the option to apply to continue studying online. But there were some courses that the university wasn't able to offer remote provision on, but they were mostly because of the requirements of the regulatory bodies. So some of the more practical courses would require people to come to the UK to do in-person exams, and that's something that the university didn't necessarily have control over. So it was a really good meeting. It was great to see folks there and passionate about causes that they were really interested in. And we're going to have our next all-student meeting in the new year, and I'd really encourage people to come. I'd love to see you there. Thanks very much.